Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this video, we are going to check out Polygon's price chart. And the last time that we talked about Polygon, I believe we were right around these areas. And the idea was that most likely this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, meaning this might be, and again, might be just the beginning of a move up, which and we may at least reach to about this important area right in here between 22.5 to about 23 cents region. So what happened? Okay, I definitely didn't expect this because I expected, for example, a 5 wave up to about here followed by a correction and then another move up in order to get to this region. However, we definitely didn't do that. This move up in the short term got real quick, very much extended, and as you can see, we basically pinpoint nailed this area. So question is, can we argue maybe this is just the beginning of a move up in Polygon or something else is happening? And like we talked about it also in the previous video, this is going to be from this point and not the lowest low, an A, B, C flat, meaning we can have in the short term yet another move down in order to take the lowest low down here about 19.5 cents. I think it all actually depends on the current move down in Polygon. Why is that? Let's check out two different counts. Let's say we're going to get a move down from the current point and take all the lows. At that point, do we all agree that this move down is going to look a hell of a lot like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure or not? I think if we get this, for us, makes sense to say that this is probably an impulse, which is not really a good look for Polygon. On the other hand, let's say we're going to get a move up. Okay, that can be an optimistic sign. Why? Because so far we're just having 3 sets of 5 waves on the downside, and maybe this is an ABC, and pay attention to the previous move. This is definitely a 5 wave up. So essentially you are having a bit of a bullish setup, suggesting in the next phase we are going to at least take the highest side in here about 22.5 cents for the first target. But I think at that point we may actually go quite a bit higher than that. That's why I'm saying it all actually comes down to the current move in Polygon. If we do get a move up, and by the way, if in that move we especially manage to in the short term take this important high about 22 cents, at that point finding a 5 wave in here is going to be extremely challenging, and we have to kind of consider the bullish count as our primary case in like very short term, suggesting this move up from the lowest low for now at least in Polygon is not over. At that point, is it going to be time to say this is actually our final bottom? No. Right now, I think it's a bit too soon to jump into that kind of bullish conclusions. So I'm just going to say this. Let's take everything step by step in Polygon and see what is going to happen next. And if we see some good structures, okay, we will make new updates and talk about what is happening to the price. But as long as we are not seeing some strong signs, meaning having from the lowest low a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure up, we shouldn't really be 100% bullish. Also, if we do get a move up and do something like this, go above here, do a pullback and a continuation of the move up, at that point, I'm willing to bet a lot of people are going to call this thing a beautiful head and shoulder structure. And if this is happening, what can be a likely target for it? Let's put the chart on regular first. I'm going to keep saying this in every single video. There is no measuring targets on logarithmic, and then you need to measure the height of your pattern from here to this side and put it at your breaking point, let's say around here. As you can see, this is giving you a 25 cents polygon, which I do think it's possible in case that, again, this is important, from the current point we get a move on the upside. So for now, all eyes on the current move and see which scenario is going to happen. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Matic. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.